the man slowly raised a handgun. He aimed it at his own cheek. Without hesitation, he pulled the trigger several times. This man was Spec, one of 5 escaped inmates who had entered Tokyo. Not long ago, Tokugawa had repeatedly warned Baki. He told him to stay alert around these dangerous individuals. But Baki did not take it seriously. He did not believe they would come anywhere near his school. Earlier, a group of delinquents that Baki had dealt with before returned. They cornered him in a small wooded area. Relying on their numbers, they tried to pressure him. One heavy-set guy even pulled out a handgun. He pointed it at Baki and told him to get down. Baki simply smiled calmly. A bald man nearby stepped in to stop the situation. Before using a weapon, he wanted to test Baki's strength himself. He pulled out a knife and walked toward Baki. But as soon as he raised it, he suddenly imagined himself being defeated instantly. Fear froze him in place. Another delinquent tried to attack from behind. He carried a heavy object in his hand, but Baki easily caught him. That kind of move meant nothing to Baki. The group quickly realized they had underestimated him. The heavy-set guy raised his handgun again. This time, Baki's expression changed, not because he feared the weapon, but because someone had appeared behind them. The man was Spec. He calmly asked for the handgun. Terrified, the man handed it over immediately, but after taking it, Spec pointed the gun at himself. He fired multiple times. His face was seriously injured, yet he kept a strange smile the entire time. The moment showed how extreme his personality was. He had heard the strongest fighter was in Tokyo, but he did not expect just a 17-year-old. Spec reached out his hand as if to make peace. Baki, being straightforward, reached out as well. In the next second, everything changed. Spec suddenly laughed loudly. He revealed it was a cruel trick meant to provoke Baki. Baki was caught off guard by the sudden shift. Without warning, Spec launched an attack. He forced Baki into a defensive position. Baki was left confused for a moment. Soon, the police arrived at the scene. Surprisingly, Spec did not resist. It turned out he had already attacked an officer who once helped him. In the next moment, he broke free from his restraints with ease. He walked back toward Baki again. Once more, he pretended to act friendly and reached out his hand. Baki responded without hesitation, but he was immediately struck and knocked back. Spec burst into laughter again. Then he turned and walked away. At that moment, Baki thought of his father, Yujiro Hanma. Meanwhile, Yujiro was relaxing in a hotel. When he heard about the escapees searching for strong opponents, he simply found it amusing. At the same time, the other escapees began to act. A famous boxer was jogging in a park. Suddenly, a man threw a newspaper at him. The paper cut across his face instantly. The attacker was Doyle, another escapee. The boxer could not believe someone would challenge him so openly. He told Doyle to leave, but Doyle kept moving closer. Angered, the boxer grabbed his collar, but his fingers were cut instantly. In the next moment, he was quickly taken down. Later that night, another escapee, Ryuko Yanagi, arrived at Shibukawa's home. The two sat across from each other and drank tea. They had a long history between them. Years ago, during a match, Shibukawa had been seriously injured by Yanagi. Now, Shibukawa asked for another match. Yanagi only mocked him. He said that real combat had no rules. Before he even finished speaking, he kicked a pot of hot water toward him. As Shibukawa tried to react, Yanagi had already pulled out a knife. He calmly declared the outcome. Meanwhile, Spec was resting inside a prison. A police chief walked into the restroom. A sudden noise startled him. Standing in front of him was Spec. The officer tried to stop him, but Spec easily overpowered him. When other officers arrived, they saw a large hole smashed through the wall. At that moment, Spec returned again. He had decided to use this